Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Let's go.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers, his pass caught at the 4. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards there, a big one.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought off it. And a big loss here as he's taken down by Travius Adams. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
To throw is Carr. He gets it to Brown. Complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Into the red zone, it's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 19-yard line.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lucky.
Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the run.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Monday, down. 180. Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And now look at him go. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, 38 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Carry over from the first half. That defensive line continues to control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're actually playing the game in the offense's backfield. They're taking those offensive linemen and pushing them back towards the quarterback and towards the runners. I still don't think, though, that you abandon the running game totally, because if you do, you're asking for a lot more hits on your QB.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Rodgers going to throw. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
What now? Ready? We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
It's complete to Grant. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one good for 24 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Check. Come back down. You're mine.
Here's Carr to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. And now it's time. Timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
6-18.
Now Carr throwing on second down. He's going to sling this deep and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Carlson on for the PAT. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike, 53. 50. Time left. You don't want nothing. Pick up the ball. Back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. About 3 yards there to the 27. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 7.
258. Mike. Check.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have moved out in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Now Crosby for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On the ground, Richard, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
93. Kill. White Monday down.
From midfield, here's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Carr now on 1st down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Express. Five. Express. Get set. Get track. Come back down. Check out.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Check 50. Check 50. Inside.
On play action. Now Rodgers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
6 guys. Check where y'all going. Begin.
On play action, Rodgers. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
We got this.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Rodgers throwing here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Check. 53. Right now. You got 58. 53. I got one.
Back to throw. Rodgers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And look at this. It's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running the toss here to Jacobs. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. He's back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Back to throw, Carr. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown in the final minute. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
No. 258. Mike. 30. 53 to Mike. 53. Check. Hey, Lex.
They'll look to throw. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. 20, 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it down. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Now Carr. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of